Here we go. Unique Noise presents Who Are You? Where we interview you and get to know you on a deeper level. With your hosts, Joel and
Sam.
Along with our guest,
Adiel.
This time around, we talk about a good amount of things. One that stuck out was dreams. And with that said, we found a quote by good old Walt Disney, which Sam is a relative, distant, far removed relative.
Not that far removed.
Oh, okay.
Like great
Removed.
Great aunt is his cousin.
And the quote goes,
Second cousin.
"Laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever."
This is gonna be the first bit of audio that we get.
Okay.
It smells like Grandpa.
Oak? Vanilla?
Does it smell like flowers?
I'm surprised she's not like recoiling.
You know where that's going. Watch her.
Yuck.
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
I like that bottle because it's more subtle than others. It goes down smoother. So, some other whiskeys will punch you.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And we're gonna get into specifics about what we're doing here later. Oh, I'm glad that it's the way that it is.
Kind of like a sweet aftertaste.
Hey, you read the flavor,
Vanilla.
well, the flavor profiles down there. It's like,
Stink.
so warm whiskey in general always reminds me of like the Old West, right? Because
Yeah.
like you go into like people go into a bar or whatever, and they're like, "I'll take a whiskey," and it's like you could almost feel the steam coming off of it because there's no AC and shit. But no, yeah, I like that.
Nice.
It's gonna be like the first bottle I have for a long time that I don't just like drink.
You gonna enjoy it?
Yeah. Or save it. My birthday's coming up in November.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
Sharing our culture to us.
Yeah, yeah. It was nice meeting you, man. That's funny.
Whew. My tummy. Yeah, so we drank. Well, actually, I didn't. One of our guests drank a bottle of Hennessy, like during the interview, like the whole
thing.
bottle. Yeah, I had 2 drinks with it, but yeah, that was the last time I had like
Samoan big guy.
Michael
Sua.
Sua. I heard his. I heard his.
Oh, nice. So you listened to at least one episode?
I listened to that one. I was listening to the Kira one today.
Oh, nice. That's Andrea's sister.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did listen to that. That one actually was, man, I was stuck listening to that because, well, we'll get into it. But you know, my dad just passed away too.
God damn it.
Start recording.
Yeah, we've been recording.
Oh, we have?
Yeah, I started recording once.
Where's my mouse?
Once we did the drinks. So, since you've signed your waiver.
I signed my life away.
So, let's start off with just a brief introduction of who you are. So, your name, a little bit about you, how we know each other.
All right. So my name, it's funny because everybody messes it up. So it's Adiel with the little L, with the little Hispanic tongue. But you could also say Adiel. Adiel.
Which I think is kind of how I do it.
Yeah. So technically it's Adiel. A little bit about me. I mean, I love sports. I love playing basketball. I love tech. Right now I'm lucky enough to be working as a director of IT for the company I'm at.
Nice.
And yeah, what was the last one? What was the last part?
Just how we know each other.
How we know each other. We go way back. 2018, worked together for a couple years through one of the weirdest companies we've ever worked for. Same with Joel. You know, we all worked there together. And so that's where I know you guys from.
Nice. See, that was easy. Easy peasy. Where should we begin, Joel?
At the beginning.
Okay.
So, I think that's supposed to be like the name of the card game.
Yeah.
Here.
While you get that card, can I
And
get another
Yeah,
little
absolutely.
pour?
Yeah, every time I ask you that question, you give me a different answer, and it's always not like, oh, yeah, let me get the cards. I need to change the way my mic is, I think.
It's 2 cards, right? One for me, one for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna put the cork back on all the way. That's how invested I am right now. Wasn't planning on drinking today.
Oh,
Okay, do have to put the cork back on all the way.
yes.
But yeah, wasn't planning on drinking today, but thank you for joining me.
Hey. That's how we get along.
It's cool.
All right, so the way this works is we each have a card. It's kind of like a complete the sentence. So I'll
Okay.
start the sentence and then you complete it.
Okay.
All right. Goes, a question I've always wanted to ask my parents.
So, wow, that one's going to open some doors.
There we go.
So, I've asked it. I've already asked it. But it took me a while to ask it.
Okay. I will accept that.
So, you know, getting a little deep with my mom and her relationship with her mom wasn't the best. But my mom having such a loving personality, and her mom, that was her world. And no matter how my grandma treated my mom was there. To me, it was always why. Why would you go back to somebody that kept hurting you?
Right, like, why put up with it?
Why
Right.
put up with it?
Well, yeah, I get...
There's like a slight, like, I understand it's your mom, you love her, and it's hard. It's the woman that birthed you. But at the same time, you keep going back to somebody that's going to keep hurting you. There's a point where it's enough. And so I would talk to her, I would ask her, and then, you know, things got better towards you know, closer to time, closer to recent times. But that was something that always, I even had to speak up.
Oh, is that bad?
It was that bad. I had to go with my grandma, and she was in her house. I talked to my grandma. I was like, you know, these are my parents. I understand she's your daughter, but it doesn't make me feel good the way that you treat her and even my dad when he was alive. And so it was, she ended up cutting me out. She was like,
Wow.
So, all in all, the question was, why you keep allowing that? And so that opened up, you know, all that. But it's one of those things where it's just, you hate to see your parents suffer.
Yeah.
And it's like, why you keep going back to that? So,
Let me ask you a hypothetical.
okay.
If your mom treated you the same way that her mom treated her,
Uh-huh.
would you cut your own mom out?
That's a great question. I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
And so, and there's no explanation as to why I wouldn't.
Well, you love
wouldn't.
her, right?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. But logically,
Yeah.
there's no explanation
Yeah.
as to why.
Well, because if you replace mother with friend, you'd be like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, immediately. You're like, I'm not putting up with this shit, right?
Yeah, it's different.
But yeah, once family gets, I think, kind of thrown into that mix, it just makes things more difficult. I think for a lot of people. I think there are some people who are like, I don't care if we're blood related or whatever. It's like, I'm not going to be treated this way, period, right? And then
Exactly.
yeah, but I think for a lot of people it is very difficult to cut ties with family, because there's in some cases there might be repercussions to that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, well, I'm cutting off this one person, but then I also lose 10 people around them,
Right.
possibly. Yeah.
Right. And it's tough because with my family, it's, and this is where, even with my wife, it's like, it's hard because she has a big family.
Mm-hmm.
For us, before I got married, my family was me, my mom, my dad. I didn't have uncles that were close like that. And if they were, they're in El Salvador.
Okay.
Nobody was here.
Mm-hmm.
And if they were in El Salvador, we weren't close. So it's not, I'm not calling everybody every day and talking and, hey, what's up? Hey,
Right.
me and my mom, my dad.
Yeah.
That was it. So it's a whole nother dynamic when it's like, okay, the one person or the handful of people that are close to the family aren't family or don't treat you like family. It's rough. So.
Okay, next question.
Hit it.
I'm envious of people who... ...
I don't know if maybe envy is the right word. I would say it's the people that do bad things, but always get, for some reason, the reward.
Oh, I get what you
Okay.
mean.
You get?
Yeah.
Right? They're not good people, right?
Yeah.
They'll throw people under the bus. They'll stomp on whoever they need to step on to get where they want to be. They can go out, do whatever kinds of things they want to do. They can go cheat on their wives. They can go, betray their friends, whatever. And they're the ones that win. Not always, but sometimes.
Yeah, I think it depends on your definition of win, too.
They get
True.
the short win.
Yeah.
They don't get the long term. Most of the time, they won't get the long term.
Well, you hope.
True.
You hope not. But
So,
most
and
of the time.
and I wouldn't say envy is the word.
Yeah, envy
right?
is not the right word for
Because-
that, but I get what you mean.
Right, because envy is like, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
That I don't want that, right? But
You want the reward, not the shitty behavior.
right.
Yeah, I get it. Or
So-
to be successful or to make kind of like a name for yourself, but without being a complete dipshit along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just seeing that kind of behavior is just it's a turnoff. And then so I don't know if that one qualifies for envy, but
We'll take it.
we could do another one if you want.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, like this is the deepest icebreaker section we've ever had.
Oh, it's deep.
Well, because I feel like
let's
most
do
of the
two
people-
more. Let's do two more that are lighter, so in case you want to switch it up.
No, it's cool. Because usually what's been happening with people is we'll read off the cards and then we get like these
Short answers.
like real short answers, like
Yeah.
really really short, like oh yeah I don't like that, and you're like all right moving on, like
That's funny. No, I'll get deep with this if y'all want me to get deep. I'll get deep.
oh yeah no we got plenty of stuff for you to get deep in.
Okay.
Next segment we're gonna talk about some easy stuff for you.
Okay.
So just a hobby, interest, or passion of yours that you didn't already talk about.
So no, I can't talk about tech or basketball.
I mean, you can if you want to. I guess it doesn't
Yeah, it'd
really matter.
be. This is the section where you probably get deep into one of the
Yeah.
hobby, interests, or passions.
So let's talk
all,
about.
yeah, all of the rules we have for the podcast go out the fucking window. Like,
All right. Well, let's talk about tech. I mean, that's where you kind of you met me. Where you guys met me is I was the IT guy over there. But I'm gonna get deep again. So I'm gonna leave it easy because it's an easy one. So I'll just talk about.
easy for you.
So tech, it kind of. I wasn't looking to do tech,
Okay.
but I like to game, and growing up, like I told you guys earlier, it was just me, my mom, my dad. They were always working, and so I was at home. If I wasn't at school, I was at home, and so I was on the game. I was on the on the computer. It's funny because my main game was Roblox. And every kid now is going crazy on Roblox. Like, I knew that 15 years ago. That thing was around 15 years ago. And so that's what I would play. And so I got into that. And then built my foundation on games, and then fixing computers, and then getting into actual corporate job, and then just getting stuff done. And that's kind of where I went off, because tech isn't always about how smart you are. It's about how witty you are to find a solution.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's what.
It's how can you problem solve this without taking too much time?
Taking too much time or taking the business down.
Yeah.
Or, making everything go out for a couple hours.
Next segment. So our next segment's all about growth.
Okay.
And typically what we do is we like to ask the guest to talk about a traumatic or painful event that you've grown from, with, again, the emphasis on the growth. So you can spend as much time as you want talking about the trauma or anything painful, but we want to really kind of focus on how did you grow from this experience, because that's the juicy stuff. That's what we like. That's what we like to talk about. Because it's like we can wallow over here in trauma and stuff, but if we're not growing or learning from it, then
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I think right now I'm in that process of growing.
Okay, so very
It's
Bert, very Mike Sua.
very.
Yeah, because they were both like deep in it when we talked to them as well.
And that's where I'm at.
Okay.
That's where I'm at right now. So, I'll tell the story of what happened,
Okay.
and then I'll go into kind of what I've learned and things that I've now picked up and things that now I appreciate more. So, the story, basically, my dad passed away a month ago, July 29th.
Fuck.
And what happened was he was healthy. He had no issues. Blood work was fine. Everything was fine with him. He went up to Washington State to visit his brother. They drove up on Thursday, all day driving, slept at a hotel Thursday night. So, and this is my dad, my mom, and my siblings. And so they all went up, slept at a hotel Thursday night, drove the rest of the way Friday morning, got there at Friday 11 a.m. to my uncle's, spent the whole afternoon barbecuing, eating, talking, having fun. 11 p.m., they all went to sleep. My dad, my mom went to sleep, and that was the last time that we ever saw my dad again, or that he ever woke up.
Right.
He went to sleep, and we're assuming that he had the stroke in his sleep, and obviously, and the stroke was a major stroke that and ended up not being able to recover from. So that next morning we went to the hospital, and that's where we found out all the information about what happened and the severity of it. And basically there was no hope. We could do surgery, but the surgery, all it would do was allow him to live a little longer, but he would no longer be functional. He would have a feeding tube, breathing tube, and we would have to care for him 24/7. Mm-hmm. So at that point, it was his wish, and this had been stuff that him and my mom had talked about, that if it was far beyond saving, he does not want to be on tubes. He does not want to be on like that. Just let him go. Mm-hmm. And so that's what ended up happening that Monday, Sunday night into Monday morning is when he passed away.
Shit, man. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Same.
It was in a blink of an eye. He was there, and then he wasn't. Mm-hmm. And the grief has been it's been heavy for me and my mom. Yesterday we stayed up till 2 a.m. crying. So all this is still fresh.
Well, and like what you were saying earlier, it's just the three of you guys.
Exactly. It was just the three of us. Me, my mom, my dad. So now with him gone, we lost a big piece of what we were. Obviously, we have support of my wife and her side of the family, and we have friends too that are there. But it's just there's nothing that can replace any feeling, anything that my dad gave. And so that happened, right? And like I said earlier, there's still a lot of growth happening now. I'm learning a lot about me. I'm learning a lot about my mom. I'm learning a lot about my emotions. I'm learning a lot about who I am and how I react. Right now, I'm able to be composed about my dad, not because I'm not grieving him, but because you guys didn't really know him, right? You guys didn't know him
At all?
at all. Same with other people. It's like I can talk about it with people who don't know him, and I'll be able to stay composed.
Yeah.
If I start talking to my mom, or I start talking to my wife, or I start talking about somebody who really knew him, that's when the tears come out. And so I don't know what it is, but it's like I'm learning. Is that like, am I getting calloused to that feeling with other people that don't know him? So it's like I'm learning things that I'm trying to understand now with everything that's happening. I'm trying to things that I wouldn't do before. I'm like trying to put even more effort into being there for people, for showing up, for being positive, and just you'd never know when somebody's last moment is.
Right.
And so now you just appreciate every moment. So yeah, that's the growth that I'm going through, and some of the things that I've been learning, but still.
Well, yeah, and growth is not always like a steady uphill. You know, you got hills and valleys through growth. I do it all the time. I just started a new therapy today.
A new one?
Yeah. EDMR or EMDR.
Some good music
Yeah.
comes from that.
Is it EDM?
Yeah, but it's like
It's remixed.
it's
That's why it's
supposed
EDMR.
it's supposed to help with like trauma and stuff, and then yeah, it has something to do with like eye movement and stuff too. Eventually, and I think the way that it was first explained to me is kind of like refiling memories, or like if your brain is a computer, right? It's like refiling stuff in your head. So taking stuff out of like where trauma is and putting it somewhere else because you're
Oh, okay. And I see
getting
where
over it
eye
and
movement
stuff.
comes from.
Yeah.
Because depending on where you're looking is like where
Yeah.
what you're trying to access.
yeah.
And that's crazy that you mentioned that, because I could see the same situation with my dad, and I can look at it with trauma, or I could look at it with
Yeah.
growth, and like, you know what? He went peacefully.
Right.
He didn't suffer. And there's nothing that I regret that I didn't do with my dad. Like, there's that side of it with the same situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's, I mean, two sides to every, or two, what am I trying to say?
2 coins to every side.
God damn it.
2 coins to every side. 2 sides to every coin.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's like different perspectives to the same situation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different ways to look at it.
I was going to ask you something else, but I didn't want to interrupt you, and I forgot. God damn it.
I know I saw you thinking when I was saying something.
Yeah.
I think you were thinking when I was talking about being calloused.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yep.
I don't think you're being calloused. I think it's, well, I'm not a professional of anything. Well, I'm a professional at some things, but I'm not a licensed therapist or anything. But what it sounds like to me is more like defensive code switching, almost, where you're not going to dig into the emotion behind your father with people who don't know him, because there's no benefit for you in that situation. Just like how code switching works when you're talking to, let's say, your family versus your friends, right? Where you're going to say different stuff around your friends than you will with your family, or maybe, right? Or vice versa. And I think for something like that too, it's like you'd just be crying to cry at that point. Because we're gonna feel bad because you're crying, but we're like, we don't understand the gravity of the situation, because, well, one, we don't understand the relationship, and two, we don't even know who you're talking about outside of like his relation to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
and
a
I'll
good point.
piggyback on that. Just to ask, when you're talking to people that don't know him, are you also talking about some of the memories you've shared with them? Because I know when you're talking to people that know him, you're probably talking about the stuff that you shared with them, with the person you're talking to. Like, let's say your mom. So you're probably talking like, oh, I remember when he did this or this. Are you doing that with the other people that don't know him, or are you just
Like-
letting them know that he's dead or that he passed away?
No, I talk about memories.
Okay.
I talk about memories. Like, I got plenty situations where I've talked about memories, but I talk about them in a sense where I'm talking about him. I actually feel good when I do that. I'm talking about the memories with him.
Keeps him close.
Right. And it doesn't trigger that, like, sadness.
Right. Okay.
And I don't go into crying because I think that's still in the back of my head that they didn't know him. So because they didn't know him, they can't relate with the emotion that I felt towards him.
Okay.
Right? So I think that's where it comes off of from me, where, you know, maybe that's why I feel like I'm callous. But it's like with somebody who knew him, like, has seen me with him, has interacted with him, has their own memories with him. They know what I'm saying when I say that my dad was the most peaceful man that you'd ever meet. That he brought peace in the room. Somebody that knew him would understand that feeling when he would walk in a room. Somebody who didn't know him is not going to understand that feeling when he would walk in.
Not to be disrespectful or anything, but when you said that, all I could picture was like a monk, like walking in the room. So now, forever ingrained in my brain, like,
He's a monk.
Your dad's a monk, and he's just walking in like all like shaved head, orange robes, like
He's with Buddha now.
But no, so a little background. My dad, he that guy was the most calmest man you'd ever walk into. Me and my mom would get into it. He'd be like, all right, calm down. And, you know, he had a way with words and just, you know, being very calm and very peaceable. So that's why I say that, because that's how he really
Was he sober? Or did he smoke or drink?
No, nothing.
Okay.
I mean, he drank like I did a little bit here and there.
But not like a drink every day kind of
no.
or going through like cases of beer or whatever.
No,
so
no.
I'm confused as to where that comes from.
The what?
What?
The peacefulness.
Oh.
Because that, to me, that also like monk or like a pothead, right? Somebody who's just like always chill and stuff. I'm like,
I mean,
oh,
I'm calm.
yeah, but we've talked about you before. You have a fuse though.
Well, yeah, everyone has a fuse.
Ooh.
No, but yours goes from like 0 to 100, right? Like
How do we
everything's
like
cool.
that, Joel? How do we like that? I need to know.
Everything's cool until it's not. We've talked about this.
Yeah, but it takes a good while to get
Oh,
there.
well, yeah, it takes a lot.
I have a lot of patience.
And same.
So, my dad was like that.
Yeah,
He, if you got him mad, he'd be mad.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it took a while. It took a while to get him mad.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't have one without the other. You can't like only be calm and like not have any anger come up and stuff. It's like anger will come up, but
Yeah.
it's rare, and you have to do a lot to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't mean that he was like calm and peaceable like a pothead that's like, oh, what's up, dude? Nah, like I just mean he was always very grounded and very peaceable. So
That's all I was saying. I was having a hard time understanding somebody who like who's not either perpetually buzzed or high being that calm. But I get it because yeah, Joel is that way. I'm like that sometimes, but I get stressed. I'm prone.
Yeah, your stress builds up.
Well, it builds up and it comes quick. Like today and last week and the week before that.
seems ongoing.
It's been a rough couple weeks.
So that means we got to go to Stacks after this. All right.
Stacks. Stacks, yeah, right, man. We're getting pizza. Well, we're getting pizza if you can hang for a little bit.
All right.
There's a place up the street, Pyology. Have you had that before?
Yeah.
Okay. I get that because it's like the only place I can get dairy-free pizza.
Oh, okay. You want to eat dairy?
Can't. It'll kill me.
Yeah.
As will most things these days, I think. I said I think, not think. That's fine. Don't look at me, Joel.
What's next? I'm looking at the past.
Time travel exists.
Ooh, I watched too many shows for that.
Okay. So, Joel and I, behind this door here, have constructed a time machine that 100% works. So let's say we hop into it. Where do you want to go? When do you want to go? And why?
That's an easy one. So I got two answers for that one.
Let's have them both.
All right. First one, because it's so fresh. With my dad, what I would do, I'd go back in time, and I would not let him go to Washington. Or if he was in Washington, I would tell my mom not to let him go to sleep that night. Because if he wasn't asleep, at least they would have seen it happen and would have been...
Like maybe they could have done something
Maybe
about
we
it.
could have done
Maybe,
something,
yeah.
right? I would go back and do that. The other one was I'll go back to 2013 when Bitcoin was $1. And get some of that. I used to have Bitcoin because they used to do these little computer games
Uh-huh.
where if you played, you'd earn Bitcoin.
Gotcha.
And you'd have Bitcoin in your little game and you put it in a wallet. And I used to have some. But that was so long ago. That computer probably has like thousands of viruses. I tried looking in some of the old computers. I didn't find nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, that would have been a good one when it was $1.
That is a good one. I remember when it was first coming out, I was working at Kaiser.
Uh,
And one of my coworkers was like, hey, like, maybe we should get in on this. And I was like, everything you're explaining to me about how this works doesn't make any sense to me. I can't help you. But because he was, like, talking to me because I was the younger guy on the team or whatever. And he's like, yeah, you know computers and stuff, right? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, how you're explaining this thing that and how it works makes zero sense to me. I can't help. Like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. And I'm like, and I honestly, like, I don't really want to invest the time in it.
yeah, man, Bitcoin. I did some mining, too. I didn't do it with Bitcoin. I did it with helium. There was one that was
Okay.
popping off. What helium does is you get these little hot spots that are miners. And their goal was to have everybody have one of the miners, and they create their own network with
Okay.
all the miners kind of just talking to each other. But then those would mine helium coin. And if your miner picked up coins, or depending how much traffic it got, you get a cut
Nice.
from the coins.
You know what we need, Joel? We need to get those, well, they're not gloves, but you know, like the Velociraptor hands that they
Okay.
sell for like Jurassic Park, Jurassic World and stuff.
Yeah.
We need to get a set of those.
For your Velociraptor segment.
That's exactly what it is. What a great segue.
There you go. To our sponsor.
Like that's for
Velociraptors, Joel. Let him have it.
All right.
Give it to him.
I'm gonna, unless you know what it means, because I honestly can't grasp what this is talking about. But we're going with it because it's random.
This is what came up.
I'll delve deeper and probably ask it what it actually means, but if we can't figure it out. Does an objective reality exist outside of our human perception, or is reality a subjective construction of our minds?
Can we do a different one?
You want to?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Aw, that's a piece of purpose. And I asked
I
for
know-
another one like 2 times because it was 2 other ones that we already
I know,
had.
I know it does, and we changed some other cards earlier in the episode too. It's just that one just like tied my brain into a knot. Hearing you read it off, and I'm like, I feel like for that one in particular, I'm not opposed to doing it in the future, but I need to like write it down.
I mean, I could try answering it if you want.
No.
No, because I can't speak. I can't speak to it if I don't. I'm gonna
Sam
need to
has
write it
spoken.
down.
Repeat the question. Do you still have it?
It's gone.
Yeah, it's still here.
ChatGPT erased.
No, it's on Gemini, so it's just
Okay.
I
Okay,
just have
yeah.
to scroll up.
Okay, read it one more time, and we'll see, and then yeah.
All right. Does an objective reality exist outside of our human perception, or is reality a subjective construction of our minds?
I'm trying to think of a way to make that not so technical.
So, the second part is reality a subjective what?
If it's a subjective construction of our minds. So essentially, like, is
it
this actually a phone that I'm holding, or
So
is it something
subjective
else?
is
I'm assuming.
based on your opinion, based on your perspective,
Yeah.
not based on fact. So is reality a subjective construct of your own mind? That's the
Right.
question?
Essentially of our minds. So like as a collective society,
Can you text that to me?
So I'll answer the second half.
I need it. I need the words in front of my face. I'm. There's too many things going on.
a lot of stuff. So it's a good question.
Thank you.
there you go.
Because reality is interesting. Because, for example, when we have a conversation and we have a disagreement. So let's say there was a car accident that just happened right here. What I saw was that the white car hit the black car. And what you saw was that the white car made a wrong stop, and that's how the accident
Everything happened. Yeah.
So it's a different perspective versus what I saw. So that in itself means that there's a different reality happening for you and a different reality happening for me. Because I saw what I saw, but you saw what you saw. Same with feelings. I could say one thing that may hurt or may sound crazy to Sam, but it's not that crazy to you. It's something that you may have heard your whole life, but it's something that he's never heard.
Yeah, basically anything in Spanish.
There's that, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's more of reality is a lot to do with, the subjective construct of what you're living, what you're seeing, but there is an objective reality or a reality based on facts that you cannot change. So reality as it is, this house is here. The earth is revolving around the sun.
Not flat.
Not the gravity. If you jump, you're gonna fall. There's certain things that it's like, this is what reality is. Everything else that's happening is subjective to what we are living in. That's how I feel, and that's my opinion.
I have a translation for myself and the audience. What the question really is reality objective or subjective? That's really like the meat of that philosophy, right?
Let's just try to make it sound.
No, and I get it because a lot of philosophy is like that deep thought and like big words and stuff like that. But this is why I was having such a problem with it, was because it's like worded as like a word problem almost in my head.
Reading comprehension.
And I'm like, so then I'm like, as I'm actually reading it and it's in front of me, I'm like, oh, okay, so what it's really asking is reality objective or subjective? And I would agree with you to an extent where it's both. There is a objective reality that we have no control over. Mm-hmm. And then all of the details sprinkled into there are all subjective because everybody's reality is vastly different than the next person's.
100%.
Yeah.
Life experiences, things we've gone through will change what you think is right versus what I think is right.
Well, and even something that I was thinking 6 months ago to where I'm at now. Because I know we've talked about this before, like the text messages and shit, where it's like, Joel won't respond to some of my text messages. But he has read receipts on. So originally in my head somewhere, I was like, well, that's rude. Like, just respond, right? Because
hey, Joe, you just can't.
No, but I'm just kidding. Because that's what I would do, right?
Right.
But just because that's something that I would do doesn't mean it's right, or just because Joel's doing it a certain way doesn't mean it's wrong.
Right.
It's right for him, and we had a conversation about that. And it's like, there's no response to what you said. You texted me a statement, and I read it, and you can see that I read it. And I'm like, all right, cool.
He was
Joel,
like, it's global. We're global now. I was like,
So next thing, then Joe got to do the little reaction. And he do the little thumbs up.
When he asks me a question
Right.
that's a yes or no, I give a thumbs up for yes.
But because we've been working together, we're working together again, closely and stuff,
Yeah.
and on a regular basis. Although we haven't recorded for almost a month, it's been really nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because we had a lot of
Need breaks.
episodes. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's great. This we need to make this full time. But yeah, we've talked about that in length and in detail and stuff, and it was okay, if as long as there's an understanding there, then it's fine. But again, it's still two subjective realities kind of coexisting.
Right. And you see that a lot when in relationships. Mm-hmm. It is 100% subjective. However, there are some objective things there where it's okay, you can't. Wrong is wrong, right? Wrong is wrong.
Joel, how do you feel about this philosophy?
Oh,
You raptor.
most of it is subjective. Most of it. There are the objective stuff that, like you said, you can't change. But most of reality has always been subjective.
Yeah.
It's just there's too many people for it not to be subjective. Because different people have different experiences. They may as well at some point find a way to change the objective stuff. Some people have tried by saying the Earth is flat. But
Yeah.
again, that's the subjective portion. Is okay. You're coming up with this idea, but you can't prove it. So that part is objective.
I would love if the Flat Earther Society would sponsor the podcast. We've talked about them talked about them so much.
Y'all seen that video where they do the little cardboards, they cut it out, and they're if the light goes all the way through, it's flat?
They proved their own theory wrong.
Exactly.
On film. Yeah,
oh, that's interesting.
Or we can even go back to Hitler
God damn it.
and say again because who knows, we can't really do the nature versus nurture portion and call it objective because you only technically get one shot to see how that person grows.
Yeah.
So that is one way to prove that how you grow up is subjective and not objective. But you would have to find a way to prove that.
Well, and I think with something like that too, if you're talking about how somebody's raised, you have 2 or 3 or maybe even more, depending on who's helping raise this child.
Yeah.
You have a lot of conflicting subjective realities meshing together, so it's there's I don't know if there's anything objective about raising a kid.
Well, no, not raising him, but how it turns out. Because who knows, maybe that kid was always going to be a serial killer or something.
Right.
There's probably no way you would have changed them no matter what. He's always, maybe because the way his mind works.
Right.
Is why he became that.
And the light glow from the monitor on your face while you're saying that is terrifying.
Good.
Because it just feels like you're sharing personal experience.
No, I would never.
Kind of like how, if you're telling a scary story and you hold a flashlight up. Yeah. That's kind of how you're being illuminated from my angle right here.
Right.
Because the screen's angled up at you and it's bright.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I think about.
Thank you, Joel. Next segment. Do you play cards?
Yes.
You heard him, Joel.
What?
Give him a card. Make him pick a card.
Any card.
It's another
Any
card
card is a winner.
I thought you were about to play some spades.
game. Spades?
All right.
Yeah.
So
We don't do that.
No.
But I've heard good things about it.
I'm gonna give you 2 choices. I'm gonna read out what each card is about. So it's gonna be 2 questions on each card, and they're each different. So one card has questions about perceptions, One card has questions about reflections, or one has questions about connections. Or you can go ahead and pick a color, which is either black, white, or yellow. If you don't want to pick the exact subject.
Let's do reflection. Do I choose two?
No.
Or just
So
choose
one card has two questions, so you're just
Gotcha.
picking one card.
Let's do one with reflections.
Reflections? All right.
For some reason, I knew it was going to be that black one for some reason. I was going to say black.
Well, that's another subjective reality right there. All right. First question is, what does success look like to you, and what are your secret success strategies?
Interesting. So, one of the things that I've struggled with my whole life is being the younger one in the crowd. Different question on it?
Yeah. Well, no.
Continue.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So,
I was just having a moment because we'll share the moment after you're done.
okay, so I'll go back. So, one of the things I've struggled with throughout like my whole career is being one of the youngest ones throughout the crowd, throughout my circle at work and corporate. Because of that, I've always been discriminated. So, because of my age, and I'm sure you guys have,
I've also discriminated.
I can
against you.
relate.
How old are you? What you 57?
Just
I-
about?
Yeah.
No.
No. Nah, you young.
I'm in mid-30s.
Yeah, no, I can relate to you on a very, very, very like primal level because that's been my entire like professional career since
Right.
2008. I've been a manager since 2008, since I was 18, managing people who were 50.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
one of the hurdles is managing that,
Mm-hmm.
managing the expectations, and being confident. So, some of the successes that I've seen, even with those obstacles, is being confident in yourself. You don't necessarily need to know everything. You don't need to know everything. But if you have the right attitude and you find a way to get the answer and provide a path to a solution, that is what for me has worked throughout the years. That and getting stuff done. Those have been the two kind of key things: is providing a solution, a path to a solution, and just getting it done. All right.
Yeah.
Then from there, so when I started at RDI, I came in as an IT technician, and I was kind of doing very minimal stuff. From there, I built on, and then I jumped to a company called Fit Body Bootcamp. After that, there I was a systems administrator, pretty mid-level title, mid-level thing, but I was there by myself. I was running the show for the business, all technology. So I would own everything, and I would make sure things got delivered, things got done, and I would communicate with leadership. I would do everything. I didn't care whoever thought anything about me. I just got it done. From there, I moved on. I got laid off because of COVID, and then I went into a different company, and then finally ended up where I'm at now. I went into where I'm at now as a systems admin, same role, and then I worked my way up. From there, senior sysadmin, then from there, IT manager, and then from there, director of IT. But the success was putting in the work at each step, being confident, and being humble at everything that you do, and just deliver results. If you're not delivering results, you're all talk, or you're the smartest one in the room. That's not what's going to get you there. At least not with the right company, not with the right people. And so that was really my path to success, is just staying grounded, delivering a path for solutions, getting stuff done, and delivering results.
I couldn't have said that better myself. I feel like that's all I've ever done.
Yeah. And that's why you've built what you've built, why you've been where you've been, and accomplished the things you've done.
I haven't done very much.
Shut up. Yes,
But-
you
Yeah, no higher up wants to hear problems. They want to hear that you solved the problem.
a lot of people miss that point, where it's like, if you want to move up, you don't go to the leader and be like, hey, we got this issue. Nah, go to them and be like, hey, we have this issue, but here's how I'm gonna fix it.
Well,
Easy.
The only thing I'll say about that is there's a fine line there, at the wrong company with that
True.
process and that thought strategy and stuff, all that's going to do is get you overworked and
Yes.
underpaid.
100%.
So as long as you're at a company that values, building people up or, growing people within the company, then that's great.
I agree. That's a good point. Doesn't work everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Next question. Adiel.
Haha.
Aziel.
Adiel.
Adiel.
Israel.
What the?
Adiel. What do you think I dream about?
What the? What you dream about? I feel like you dream about.
Just so you know that I didn't just make that up. That's
Right.
all on the card.
That's on the card. What do I think you dream about?
What do you think I dream about? These cards are wild sometimes.
They
Yeah.
are.
Sometimes they're like really, like they're complementary questions
Yeah,
of each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
And then every once in a while we get one of these and we're like, where the fuck did this second question come from?
What do I think you dream about?
And then just as a bonus, I'm gonna have you answer the same question about Joel. we did this with Alex because I think his questions were like kind of similar. It was like there's one normal question and then the other one was like, what animal do you think like I would be or something like that. So I had him answer it for both of us because I was like, what is this?
I see you dreaming about. I don't know. There's like a samurai in space.
That sounds fucking cool.
I don't know why. I think it's
I might dream about that tonight.
You're having good dreams.
a combination of unique noise in space and then long hair with the Japanese background and your little samurai.
I thought you just went with samurai because his name is Sam.
There's that too.
Yeah, I'm not. Say less. That's great, man. That's not usually what I dream about. My dreams are usually a little more foggy and ambiguous.
Okay,
Yeah, and I have a hard time retaining information. But
interesting.
now do Joel.
Joel.
Yeah, what do I dream about?
Joel.
An authentic Mexican Taco Bell.
That's all I want.
Can you imagine Taco Bell with authentic Mexican ingredients?
I have a feeling Joe does not dream that often. I have a feeling he sleeps like a rock.
Like a what?
Like a rock.
Oh, I do. But when I do dream,
When you do dream, okay, I still got to answer.
it's...
Oh, you saying it?
No, go ahead.
When you dream, you're somebody who has constant dreams that when you fall and wake up.
No, I have had those, but it's not constant.
I don't know. Shot in the dark.
Honestly, it's very vague stuff that I dream about. So it's sometimes just like a recollection of maybe something that may have happened in the past, but like in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of maybe like
Parallel timelines and shit.
parallel timeline, or even like
Like those
stuff
type of
I may
movies.
have wished have happened.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
but even then, like, I'll remember who I'm talking to, but then when I wake up, I'm like, who was I talking to?
Yeah.
Like,
I
maybe
get that.
like 5 minutes after, because right when I wake up, I'm like, oh, I know who I talked to, and I'm like, oh, I have to talk about this to someone, and then when I finally comes to talking to them,
You
I'm
forget.
like, who was I talking to?
Yeah. I could relate. I could relate to that. Okay.
And then when I have my nightmares, whew, I haven't had many, but when I do, they're scary. I wake up in a sweat. My heart starts pounding.
Oh wow.
There's one that I actually do remember like very clearly, and it's I'm running around the church at dusk, trying to escape from something. I don't remember what it is, but then I find myself inside the church, kind of like all broken down, a lot of spider webs, and then there's this like half spider, half human, like lady, trying to like eat me.
Dang.
And I'm like, that's when I wake up.
But
like,
it
as soon
feels
as
so-
she takes the bite, I was like, when I wake up.
It's like so vivid too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, There's a similar dream. I haven't had it in a long time, but it's the same exact dream every time, and I'm trying to run away, but I can't. My legs are going, but I just can't run away. And there's something that always coming. I haven't had it in a while, but for a long time, that was the same dream every night. It's crazy.
I guess my question to you would be like, what does that represent? Don't even answer right now, but same for you.
Like, honestly, it's probably just... I might have been playing Diablo at the time.
He was playing the video game in his dreams. That's what he was doing. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, we're going to do something we don't normally do.
Okay.
I'm going to have Joel and I try to answer this question about you, because I think it's going to be fun.
All right.
No, okay.
So what do you think Adiel dreams about?
He already told me he dreams about running in place, but not going.
Do another one.
That's
I got
a
more.
nightmare.
No, that's a nightmare. What do you think he
A
dreams
dream. I feel like if you did dream, because you might be the similar way that I am, because that's how you saw it with me. But if you were to dream, it'd probably be stuff like maybe even like future stuff, like where you might see yourself, or like where you might see certain people in your life, like how they're doing.
Okay.
I think that's what you would do.
I'm going to listen to both of y'all.
Right. So I think, in terms of you dreaming, and this is very like surface level shit, but I'm trying to keep things a little light, I guess. I imagine your dreams are like Tron. You're on the fucking grid, and like there's neon lights and stuff, like, you know, like very retro tech and stuff.
That's funny. I can see why you would think that.
But it sounds fucking cool though. That's why.
Yeah, Tron is cool. I like lights. I like
Brought
all
to
that.
you by the new Tron movie.
Tron Ares coming out.
So, my dreams are kind of hard to remember. So Joel was on the same, or not. What's the word? What's the phrase? Hit the nail on the head. Because I sleep like a rock.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I sleep like a rock. I don't be dreaming. But when I do dream, they're very vague dreams. They have no... Obviously, a lot of dreams don't have purpose. But they... I don't know. It's always with somebody or something that I'm talking to, doing something, and there's always something that's happening with me that I can't seem to do. I'm running, I'm not going anywhere, right? I'm reaching for something, I can't ever grab it. Or that's what I remember from my dreams, is that there's always something that I just can't do. Even though I'm doing it, I can't do it.
I have a discount therapist explanation for that, which may or may not be right. To me, what that sounds like is maybe you shouldn't be running, or maybe you shouldn't be reaching for whatever you're reaching for. And that's your brain telling you, in the way that it can in a dream, don't run. Or you don't need this thing that you're reaching for.
It's crazy how your mind is, and the subconscious
Yeah.
just kind of...
That's when, like, if I think there's only like 2 dreams, and actually maybe that was just the one. I had like one really, really vivid dream once, but like nothing like that's ever happened to me again, ever. Like, it was literally one time. It was like the only time I've ever written it down, because it was so vivid, and it was like nothing. It was like, it had nothing to do with anything. It was like I was in a mall, and there was like fighter jet simulators
Yeah.
in the mall. And I was there with like 2 people who I don't think have ever met each other. But it was very specific people. Like, I knew who they were, and it was weird that we were all hanging out.
I've had that too.
But then it was just like, there was no purpose to it.
Right.
But it was It was the most vivid dream I've ever had in my life. And it's the only one that I remember. And I'm like, why? This is useless information.
Yeah, it's like your mind will put together and construct stuff that you don't even know what the heck. It just puts it together, slaps it together like an omelet real quick, and just throws it. This is what you're gonna drink today.
Yeah. It's like, here you go.
Crazy. Yep.
It's like the word of the day is.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Are we dreaming now?
I hope not.
That would suck. So then we'd have to do this again,
Yeah.
which actually wouldn't suck. We'll have you back on.
Yeah. I'll be back. I'll come back anytime. What you want next? You want different type of whiskey?
Next
Okay, so while we're on that subject real quick. So at the beginning of the episode, we were drinking some of this hibiki.
You're Japanese.
I know, why'd you guys let me fucking say this?
Hibiki.
Hibiki.
I think it's
Yeah. Okay. So we had some of this really fancy Japanese whiskey that Adiel brought with him. He also brought a bottle for Joel as well, which is very fucking nice of you. So, really, thank you. So what do you think of the quote, Joel?
Well, I just put it away. But I think it's actually pretty romanticized.
Yeah.
It's
From the
it's
Imagineer
like
himself.
good word fluff
Yeah.
there, where like it kind of makes it where the laughter timeless portion is basically just like your memories, and like those happy memories are just gonna always just float with you, whether it's you or the person you shared it with. Imagination, anyone from technically birth, because you might not remember how it was like, but I'm pretty sure like as a even like younger, your imagination at seeing giants taking care of you, not eating you, and all that, like it, I'm pretty sure it's there. It's just you don't remember it because it could have been a very traumatizing event.
Yeah.
But they imagine, babies imagine, we imagine ourselves. Like we wouldn't have been doing this podcast if you didn't imagine like, hey, let's do a podcast, or you had the idea of the podcast. So that, and then dreams, like they stick with you. Some not as much as others, but I'm pretty sure one person, like I said, like the one I remembered vividly, the nightmare, technically a dream, but a bad dream. I still remember it.
Yeah.
So, like they certain dreams will stick with you forever, and even if like you have the reoccurring dream over and over, it sticks with you, and there's a reason why you might even be having it. But everyone's gonna dream, so even if like your dreams aren't forever, everyone is dreaming. Always. That's what I think about it.
Adiel?
The quote, I feel like, can be looked at different ways when it comes to if you want to get real deep with it, or if you just want to see it for face value. I think, for me, looking at it, laughter is timeless. I just picture it when you're in the moment, when you're with good people, when you're with family, and you're having a good time, you're laughing and enjoying your time. You don't think about time. Versus something else that's happening, something else that may be happening. You're like, oh, this is taking so long, or man, I wish this would come now. It's different, right? So that's where my mind goes when I see that, when it says laughter is timeless. Imagination has no age is like pretty straightforward. You could always imagine whatever age, whatever time. And it also puts it into perspective where you can learn from others younger than you, their imagination and their ideas. And then obviously dreams are forever is, hey, when you dream something, it's kind of like locked in there in your mind, even though you don't remember, it's going to be there in your mind. And then at one point or another, you're going to end up dreaming it again. Because there's been multiple times where you dream stuff multiple times. So that's on that level. But also your dreams and aspirations, right? You can make those, bring those to fruition. So that's where I'm at.
What about you, Sam?
I love when everyone has different interpretations of the quote. That's always fun.
What is your negative thoughts about it?
Actually, I don't have any for this one, which is odd. I kind of look at this as like and I don't know if it's because it's from him specifically or if I would feel the same way if it was a quote by literally anybody else. But it almost seems to me kind of like this cryptic message, like to, like, I guess the future or something, or kind of like, not instruction, but just advice. It feels like advice to me.
Oh, okay.
So laughter is timeless. And again, I said the word cryptic because I feel like I've broken down these things in a weird way. So laughter being timeless, which is kind of like what you were saying, like when you were like with loved ones and stuff, like times kind of ceases to exist because you're having a good time, and then next thing you know, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're like, "Holy shit, I have to be up in 2 hours," or something like that.
Yep.
But also just those are the moments that are kind of that I assume stay with you forever, and that the whole point of imagination has no age in reference to like never let how old you are dictate like what you can and can't do. Like keep imagining, keep thinking about about stuff, and don't get stuck into like these little what is that, like the cookie cutter lifestyle kind of thing, where it's like, oh well, I'm in my 30s now, so I can't be doing like X, Y, and Z, and it's like stop it.
Yeah, the norm or the template that everyone wants to follow, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then dreams being forever, I kind of took, again, in a weird kind of way, I took that in a sort of like our death and afterlife episode and conversation about DMT and the process of death in general, where you are theoretically, scientifically, theoretically, whatever you want to call it, you're essentially suspended in this infinite dream state by the chemicals that are released in your brain when you die, which means that you will dream forever after death, to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little different. Everybody a little different. I like that. I like when that happens. Because then we're not like, yep, I agree with you. Yep, I agree with you. There's no other way to interpret the quote.
We've had those.
Yes, we have. But yeah, all of my favorite quotes I think that we've done are ones where we disagree on it, or where we just have different interpretations.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do the sign off, or do you want me to do it?
You can do it.
Okay.
Mainly because I don't have it.
Cool.
On person.
So thank you again for being here, Adiel. Really appreciated the conversation and you being vulnerable with us and comfortable enough with us to share the things that you did share. And thank you for being here, Joel.
Always.
I know
I can.
It's been a good. We had a good little vacation that no one will ever really know about, except for when we talk about it.
Right after the other one.
Yeah, there's no interruption in episodes, but we get to take we just took a month off of recording, so.
Nice.
Which is we weren't as rusty as I thought we were going to be, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Because we have been rusty before.
Yeah.
I think we've been rusty when it's just us.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know how to talk to each other anymore.
Oh my god, a little awkward small talk you try to do. That's funny. No, but thank you guys for having me. Thank you about for thinking about me, remembering who I was, remembering me. I haven't seen you guys in so long, so it was good to see you guys again. Hope you enjoy the gifts. They were gifts for you guys because
No, yeah.
I haven't seen you guys. So
I'm still enjoying it.
We'll see if I enjoy it.
we'll see if you enjoy it.
Again, I don't drink much, so I like trying new ones. So this is definitely one that I haven't.
You haven't
tried.
had that one?
No.
Nice. I think you'll enjoy it. But no, this was good. This was fun. I like having conversations like this.
Me too.
I
That's
enjoy
why
it.
we have the show.
I enjoy it. It's new to me now, putting it on the record, so that's new to me. But it's still a nice experience, and hey, keep it going.
It's
I see this thing going far. So,
Hey, we
Keep
got
going.
paid ads now, man.
bro, hey, get paid, man.
I'm
Get
gonna
paid.
get. Joel's gonna
Don't put
get.
ad blocker on ad
Ad
blocker.
blogger on it.
It won't matter. They're embedded in the episode.
That's
Thank
true
you.
because you can't skip them.
Yeah. Well, you can fast
You can
forward. through them,
fast
yeah.
forward, but they're in there.
Yeah, but they're in there.
When are you gonna start putting them on YouTube?
They are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
But just the recordings, right?
Correct.
Will you start doing-
Season 3, I think we're gonna start. Whenever we get to season 3, I think the main takeaway is going to be that we're going to have a video element. So I'm going to get some cameras and stuff. Once I have like a more permanent setup, I think I'm going to start investing in some cameras and stuff and see how I can get that all done.
Got
It
it.
should be fun.
Okay. Good stuff.
But hey, what are you doing? That freaked me out. Okay. Thank you everybody else for listening today. Make sure you follow us on social media at Unique Noise on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and YouTube. Check out our website for merch and for other projects like upcoming things that we may or may not have going on still. We can talk about that later at uniquenoise.com. Leave a like, a heart. We'll take whatever form that exists on whatever platform you're listening on. Or leave a comment. Or let us know your thoughts on the quote or any other suggestions you have for the show. Make sure you subscribe and follow and all that shit so you can be notified of upcoming episodes. Thank you all again for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Peace.